Hello guys. Welcome to Chinese drama. In this video we are going to recap this amazing Chinese drama called Chinese Paladin Season 4. This drama started to air in this year. I hope you will enjoy it. We are going to how to epic story started. The first episode is really enjoyable. Jingyi and Zheyuan have a good chemistry already even from the start. Anyway, the story needs getting used to, as it promises many characters to get to know. It started at Qianghua Palace as a prologue to the story. The demons are getting out of control, which made the people suffer. As this can't go on, the Qianghua sect, the head of Kungsu 8 sects, those sadly lacking in manpower and arsenal for 3 generations, finally decided to make the ultimate sword called the Wangshu and Shiha sword, which is a yin-yang double swords. The 24th Grandmaster Immortal Tai Ching proposed to use both swords to trap the Huanming demon. The war was long drawn out, but a critical moment, Suyu, the host of the Wangshu sword, was overcome by the demon and withdrew the sword, which collapsed the Wangshu pillar. Unfortunately, the Shiha sword was not powerful enough to be a standalone, ergo Xian Shao, sword host, suffered the sword's red flame aura. Grandmaster Tai Ching died in the battle. The Qianghua sect lost their confidence, while Yun Tianqing defected with the bewitched Suyu. But miraculously, the Wangshu sword vanished. Generations later, in the isolated Mount Kong's Qinghuan Peak, which was encased inside a barrier, lived Yun Tianqing and his son, Yun Tianhe. Yun Tianhe was a very curious boy whose friend/enemy was a couple of demon pigs. Yun Tianhe was caught by his father trying to leave. His father told him that there is no use leaving Qinghuan Peak, as the world starts and ends within Qinghuan Peak. There was nothing else outside. This did not deter Yun Tianqing. After a few more years, he grown up, but his father had laid to rest beside his wife in a crystal coffin. He instructed his son not to allow anyone to disturb their tomb. But also, Yun Tianqing could not carry out the order because a girl managed to break the barrier and sneaked into Qinghuan Peak and later ended inside the tomb. Yun Tianhe found her, but many things started happening, including the Wangshu sword appearing in front of them. The sword then announced into the world that it was back with a vengeance. Everyone who knew about the sword wanted to get it for themselves. This is really good. I am liking it. Anyway, demons and those from other sects started turning up at Qinghuan Peak, determined to get the Wangshu sword. Suyao sent someone to retrieve the sword, but Murong Xiying suddenly turned up and assisted Tianqing. Afterwards, Han Lingsha convinced Tianqing to leave the mountain. Tianqing was not sure at first because he wanted to carry out what his father wanted. He wanted to protect the Qinghuan Peak so that demon and mortals could coexist in relative peace. But then another assassins turned up and killed Big Pig Demon, which upset Tianqing so much, as he had been his guardian and companion. So finally, he went down the mountain with Ling Sha, who had become his master and guardian, as he was not used to being with other mortals. But then he found out that his father left a bad reputation in the village where they ended up. They almost got killed, but once again Murong Xiying turned up to save them. Jingyi is acting well as Ling Sha. Anyway, Murong Xiying continued to save both Ling Sha and Tianqing despite finding out from the sect master, Suyao, that the son of the traitor Yun Tianqing should be treated as persona non grata. But Murong Xiying, he can't help but protect Tianqing and his Wangshu sword. He tested Tianqing and found out that despite not having any level of cultivation, Tianqing is powerful. He was further surprised when he found out that Tianqing could communicate with plants. Ling Sha, who was doing a bit of a double dealing by giving intel to Guiyi about Tianqing and the whereabouts of the Wangshu sword, felt rather remorseful when Guiyi won't promise to hurt Tianqing when he had taken the sword. Ling Sha said that she wanted Tianqing to meet her friend in Shouyong City. Of course, Tianqing was only too happy to go with her. Her friend turned out to be demonic and was after the sword. Fortunately, Murong Xiying had already encased the sword with extra protection, which prevented the demon to take the sword. Meanwhile, there was an arrest warrant for Ling Sha for thieving. She was deemed as a bandit. Ling Sha was moved when Tian Qing would not let anyone take her and prepared to die for her. But then he revealed his name and the soldiers stopped on their track. They said that Master Lu had been looking for Yun Tian Qing, his best friend. In order for Ling Sha escape prison, she must go with Tian Qing and the beautiful Lu Mengli to find missing people in the Nyuyuo cliff. Tian Qing agreed to marry Mengli without knowing what marriage is all about. He was thinking he could live with both Mengli and Ling Sha at the same time.